Horns up guys, and welcome to another Q&A session with me, the Demon Stealer. So thank you all for watching my videos, the ones about whether you can make a living playing heavy metal music and how does a band tour internationally. And a lot of you had left me questions and I had done a question and answer session part 1. So this is part 2. Alright, let's get on with the first question. This is from Matt M and he asks, when you say be the biggest band in your country and promote your band, how do you go about doing it? Thanks and all the best. Well Matt, it's pretty simple. I basically mean focus on your home country to begin with. Obviously you do the basic stuff, write great music, release albums, play as many shows as possible, and basically be the biggest band in your city at least, So basically this means to focus on your own hometown or your home country, become popular enough there that you are earning money, you get paid to play, that when you put up a show, people are willing to pay to come and watch you. And obviously the thought process, and as what I mentioned earlier, is when the band wants to tour internationally, if you're making no money in your own city, where are you going to pay for that international tour from? And that's kind of what struck me actually. It's like, if I can't play a show in my own home city and pull, like almost a house full at the venue and have people actually pay to watch my band, why is anyone anywhere else in the world going to do the same? So that's what I mean, work hard, start going step by step rather than trying to jump from here to like up in the clouds. So that's what I mean. The next question is from Manas Joshi. Sahil, would you elaborate on your point that the age of rock stars is over, but some bands live the sex, drugs, rock and roll lifestyle like Nickelback, Hinder, etc. I think you stated on your Facebook page some time back. Okay, so first of all, I only know Nickelback. I do not know what Hinder is. I'm not even 100% sure Nickelback has the rockstar lifestyle, because anybody who's a touring musician will tell you that, man, if you're playing 100 shows in a year, you have to be fit and fine like a fiddle. It's not really possible to drink and do drugs and be able to put up a good show. And anyone who is a professional musician knows that. Even if you've seen other bands do it, a lot of them have slowed down as they grow older, Now with the age of the rockstar, what I meant is the fact that there was potential back in the day to be a rock star. And a rock star, I'm talking about like what Salman Khan is to Bollywood. Like you can't walk out of your house without being mobbed and destroyed like if you were left on your own. That's what I mean, And the last great rock stars probably what? Guns N' Roses, Metallica. Like that's the problem that's happening in the international scene today. Like for festivals like Download and even the other big festivals across Europe, who are the headliners? Where are the headliners? Which young band can pull the kind of crowd that a Metallica does or that an Iron Maiden does? And back in the day, there were only so many things you can do. There was only so many bands around. So there was potential to be that big. Now with the amount of bands that are there, the amount of distractions in life, the amount of dilution in the industry, that level of stardom is almost impossible, I think. And I think that's what's happening across the world. So that's what I really mean when I say the age of the rock star is over. And also I'm talking about the fact that the money in music has really dried up. Music sales even for the biggest artists don't reap the same benefits they did. Tomorrow if Metallica releases a new album and they get 10 million plays on Spotify, they'll make some 50,000 US dollars maybe. Whereas back in the day they'd sell like 10 million records and they'd make like millions, so they'd have money to buy mansions, fancy cars. Well, maybe not Metallica, but like the really big pop artists. And today even the really big pop artists are living like a moderate lifestyle in comparison of what they could have, say, 10 or 15 years ago. So that's also kind of what I mean by saying the age of the rock star is over. Alright, the next two questions are from Aditya Singh. He first asks, what's up with Sky Harbor though? How are they different from DRM Cryptos? So what I meant to say in my last video was like how DRM Cryptos can play shows in India, headline college festivals and earn back our touring money. That's not something really possible for Sky Harbor, because for them to do a single college show in India, they have to fly their singer from the USA now. Devesh has to come back from Berkeley to play the show. So they don't really play too many college gigs in India, and obviously doing club shows in India is not really possible for them. So they don't have that advantage. Their advantage is the fact that they have a large international audience who buys music compared to Cryptos and DR, whose audience prefers to download music, and so that's kind of what I meant. There's nothing else beyond that. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. So Aditya's second question is, what do you think about Indian music streaming services in relation to metal? How much money can bands make of these? Man, in India the streaming services are as bad as anywhere else. In fact, I have got a check for streaming as well as digital sales from the Indian market for 1200 rupees for 6 months of music sales for 13 albums of different bands, right from Third Sovereign to DR to Albatross. It was so abysmal that the band said, Sahil, keep the money. And the reason for this atrocious number in India is the simple fact that the audience is 500 to 1000 fans at best. So if you sell 300 CDs, you're not going to get like 70,000 streaming views. You're going to get 700 maybe at best, and 700 streaming at $0.0001. It's not going to earn you much money. So basically, streaming in general is fucked. It only really works for bands with really large fan bases. The only positive, the one positive from streaming can be music discovery. And again, that's something that is so small. You may get 2 or 3 extra album sales. I honestly don't think it's worth it, whether you're streaming in India or outside India. It's a waste for me. The next question is from Soumya Sen. I'm a school student right now and I want to pursue a career in music, but I'm not quite sure what the genre should be. I love listening to heavy metal, old school prog rock, but at the same time, the number of people in India who listen to good rock or metal is quite low. Hence my question. Is there some kind of music that can be made which attracts the metalheads and also the common masses? Is something like this possible? Okay. First of all, what you're asking about making a genre of music that will appeal to everybody in India with metal in it, no, that is not possible. It's never going to happen. Take my word for it. Also, that is not a career in music. If you want a career in music, playing sessions, gigs, jingles, Bollywood, etc., yes, there is a career. I will do a separate video on that, because that is another topic altogether. But there is no possibility from any angle to make a career playing in metal. Doesn't matter if you put Govinda in it or you put fucking Honey Singh in it. There is no potential. Just forget about it, guys. The next question is from Shantanu Arora, and he says, hi, thanks for the great video. I have a question. What are the steps that a singer-songwriter may follow to perform live more often and get more shows? How does one find an artist manager, and what are the effective ways of promotion to get noticed? Again, this is a topic I could speak for hours and hours, but very simple, bro. Whatever genre of music you're playing, whatever you're playing, start by writing great music. Then record that music really, really well and upload it on YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you like. If you can, make a very nice video and start approaching venues, giving them your demos. And after your first gig, make sure you film the first gig, upload live footage, send that to more venues. If you're good, you will start getting more shows. But you have to be proactive and chase the shows. Once that happens, then the rest will follow. Remember, a manager will only come to you when there is potential to earn money. Remember, a manager is not a magician. He doesn't come, snap his fingers, and suddenly you got a career. No, he comes when he sees that there is potential to make money out of you. So I will discuss that more possibly in another video separately dedicated to artist managers, but I hope that answers your question. The next question is from Kedar B, and it's quite long, so I'm going to break this up into parts. He asks first, does playing the college circuit, and by that I mean Battle of the Bands from college to college, make sense? Now this is a hot topic of debate. I would say if you are a brand new band, play every single show that comes your way. Every single Battle of the Bands, every single free show. Play in a mall, play in a bathroom, play in a backyard. It does not matter. Your band needs the experience. Yes, if you have to pay registration fees, do that. It does not matter. You need to build an audience. That is what you're looking at the Battle of Bands for. It's about getting experience playing live, it's about building a fan base, and it's about the shows that come after that. Yes, it's going to suck. Yes, you're going to get to play 2 songs. Yes, the equipment is going to be shitty, but you are going to learn and you're going to grow. Of course, if you've been around for 10-15 years, you're not supposed to be playing Battle of the Bands, Maybe after a year or 2 of playing these shitty shows where you actually have an audience that's going to pay money to watch you, even if it's 35 to 45 people who are dedicated followers, you can start looking for opening slots at more professional shows, but definitely start out with the Battle of the Bands and work your way up. The second question, Should we simply focus on writing until we have a decent set of 6 or so originals and maybe 2 covers, or do a DIY demo, practice our asses off and try approaching venues and hope to get a slot? You got to do all that at the same time, you know. Get a set together. Obviously, whether it's covers, originals, it doesn't matter. Just get something to start playing with. Like I said, at the Battle of the Bands, you may get to play 1 or 2 songs. So start with 4 songs maybe and start building up quality music and build your set slowly. So that's my thing. Record it. If you've got 1 good song out of 4, record it well and start progressing. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, and let's go on to the next one. So the last question is from Varun Iyer, and he says, do you think metalheads in India have a problem of not wanting to pay for music merchandise even if they love the band? Do you see any way to maybe help them get into the habit of supporting the bands they claim to love? So yes, this is very true, and the reason this is, I won't blame only the kids. First of all, it's the fact that they are kids, because when you're a child you don't really have a concept of money and the value of money, because most kids just don't get it. They are not paying their own bills. They are getting pocket money from their parents, and it's honestly only when you start living on your own and paying bills and have responsibilities does it occur to you. To add to this, you have kids who are growing up in households where their parents are probably not big music lovers, or they are not the kind who buy CDs and, you know, collect music. And if that is the case, most of the time they don't even want their kids to listen to metal because, well, the kid is smoking, drinking, doing drugs and not studying. So they already have a negative thought towards the music, and then when the kid wants to get the music, they don't want the kid to listen to the music, so they're not willing to give him money, which means the kid grows up downloading music, and because he's grown up with a PC, he's never bought a CD before. So the whole idea of going out and buying a CD doesn't even occur to him. For him, it's get online, 2 clicks, I've got the music I want. My parents hate the music, they've never told me to not download music, so there's no ethical sense coming to his brain saying this is wrong. Like if he went with his mother shopping and he picked up food and stole it from the grocery shop, his mother would slap the fuck out of him. But if he downloads a movie or music, his mother doesn't think twice about it. So it's the parents also to blame. So that's my view on it. How can we change it? And it's happening because people like me and other people have spoken about it. We've said downloading hurts the industry, we've written notes about it, we've cried ourselves hoarse about it, and we've come to a point where assholes call us fucking beggars and, you know, like all sorts of nasty names, and we bore that brunt so that, you know, we could educate the kids. And today there are a whole bunch of them who buy and support music. Of course, this needs to spread even further, and you know what, I hope with videos like this people will get encouraged to buy music and support the artists they love. Anyway, that's all the questions for now. If you have any more questions, leave them for me in a comment below. You can also give this video the thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like what I'm doing. Until the next video, cheers and stay demonic.